Hey friends, welcome to SS class. In the previous class, we had seen about the ancient medieval and modern period. And in the previous class, we had learned about the ancient period. In this class, you are going to learn about the medieval period. And in medieval period, there were two phases: early medieval period and later medieval period. In that, we had seen that how the maps help us to know about the history, and other point was cartography. We had seen about the cartography also. And what is the cartography? Cartography is the skill or art of drawing maps, and the person who draws maps is known as cartographer. And we had seen that in ancient India the cartography was almost unknown. Then who made the cartography? Arabs and European introduced cartography, and when they came in contact with India, the cartography was introduced in India also. And after that, we had seen a point in historians and their resources, how the historians take help of some kinds of sources to study the past. And after that, we had seen that during the medieval period, the number of text and record increased, just because the papers were common and cheaper also. So the historians started storing the records and text in on the paper, and all the records were archived and stored in the libraries. And after that, we had seen that the records were such as royal orders, treaties, then land revenues, and then religion text. And after that, now let's move further, that all manuscripts were copied by hands by the scribes, as the printing press was not available in the medieval period. So what was the thing? They would do, the historians would hire the scribes. Now who are the scribes? The scribes are the people who copy the information of the manuscript on the paper, and they are called as scribes. So in the sense, we can say scribes means the writers. The writers were hired, and they would copy the manuscript on the paper. And after that, because there was no printing press in medieval period, changes occurred in languages and meaning of various words. If you see that, suppose sometimes you bring your friend's notebook to copy down the homework, it can be happen that some of the words, some of the sentences you would not understand, and whatever the thing that come in your mind, and that meaning or that sentence you would write. So sir, what happens that sometimes the information that has been written can be changed. In the same way, in this script also, when the scribe copy down other scribe's script, it can be happen that some of the words and some of the sentence may change in the manuscript or in the information that is given in the original manuscript. Okay, now again, historical records were written in the number of languages. Historical manuscript or in historical information, whatever the written, they were written in such some languages such as Persian, Sanskrit, Urdu, and so many regional languages also. After that, the roots remain the same. Grammar, vocabulary, meaning of certain words change over a period of time. See, example for, if we see the Ramayana or Mahabharata. Ramayana and Mahabharata is written in so many languages, and the root would be the same, but grammar, vocabulary, and certain meanings of some words may be changed. Okay, now let's move further. So as we had seen that that in the historical records or in the information, the root would be the roots are the same, but the grammar, vocabulary, and the meaning of the certain words would be changed. For example, if we see the medieval Persian is different, quite different from the modern Persian. Okay, After that, we have example of term Hindustan. If we see the term Hindustan, now what is the meaning of Hindustan? Let's take the example of the term Hindustan. The term signifies that the land of Hindus. Now, the people who live in Hindustan, they are called Hindu. And now let's see, it is the land of Hindus, part of South Asia, beyond the Hindu Kush mountain. Now Hindustan is the part of South Asia and it is beyond the Hindu Kush mountain. Now the word Hindus derived from Sindhu. Sindhu is the word, that is the name of a river, and it is derived Hindu. Word is derived from Sindhu. Now Sindhu, the other name for the river. The word indicated people living on the banks of the river Sindhu. Now the people who live on the banks of the river Sindhu, they are known as Hindus. So when Minhaji Siraj, a 13th century court historian, when he introduced this word, he wrote this word in Persian, the Hindustan. When he wrote in Persian, used the term Hindustan. He meant the area of Punjab and Haryana, or the lands which come in between Ganga and Yamuna. He meant the areas of Punjab, Haryana, and the land between river Ganga and Yamuna. He used this term as in a political sense. In a political sense, for the lands of the control of Delhi Sultanate. Now, as he was the historian of Delhi Sultanate, he gave the information about the Hindustan. What is the term Hindustan? Hindustan means the area, the region that comes in between Ganga or Yamuna, or the region which comes into control of Delhi Sultanate. Even in later medieval period, the term did not include South India, as we had seen that during the medieval time in 13th century, Minhaj-e-Siraj did not include mostly the region. He included only the region of Punjab, Hyderabad, and the region between Ganga and Yamuna. Now, here, even in later medieval period, the term did not include South India. In this medieval period, the term Hindustan did not include South India. In the 16th century, Babur used this term to define the geography, flora, fauna, and the culture of the subcontinent and its people. Now, here, what is the meaning of flora? Flora means the plant of the particular history, of the particular time in history. And here fauna, what is the meaning of fauna? Fauna means animals of the particular time in the past. So, Babur used this term to define geography, flora, fauna, and the culture of the subcontinent and its people. Culture. If we see in India, there are so many people live in India with the different cultures. Okay, now at different points in history, the term Hindustan signified a country with borders different from present day. Okay, so here we can see that when the time went by, after some time, in ancient time, in medieval time, and even in modern time, if we see the information that is given in history is different from one another. When day by day, just now we are developing, we have that equipment, machines, equipment that developed in India. And in ancient time, we could not find that. In medieval time, we could see papers, but in ancient time, we could not see papers. Okay, so day by day, at different point in history, the term Hindustan signifies a country with borders different from the present day India. So here we have completed our topic historians and their resources. Now in the next class we are going to learn about sources for studying medieval Indian history. Till then, revise your previous learned topics.